Is your name Brianna?
Yes.
Are you a female?
Yes.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Is your boyfriend's name Ryan?
Yes.
Have you ever done illegal drugs?
No.
Do you value your boyfriend?
Yes.
Do you have multiple boyfriends?
No.
Have you ever stolen from your boyfriend?
No.
Have you ever lied to your boyfriend?
No.
Have you had sex with somebody else other than your boyfriend in the last 7 days?
So how did I do?
We'll talk about that as soon as we bring Ryan back in.
Okay.
Like I said, polygraph tests are not 100% conclusive in terms of if you're lying or telling the truth, but they are a pretty good indicator of whether or not you're lying or not. How do you think you did?
I think I did pretty well.
Think you did pretty well? Okay, we have nothing to worry about. Okay, so we just finished with the test. Patty just finished with the test, and we're just going to go ahead and read the results. Again, I'll let Patty explain it to you as far as
The tests aren't
conclusive or whatever.
The tests aren't 100% indicator whether or not she's telling the truth or not, but it is a very good indicator. So it's not 100% conclusive, meaning that if she told the truth or she was lying, it's an indicator. It's not the absolute. You know what I mean? We can't see inside her brain. We can just go based on this test. And what this test does is take her vital signs. It takes her blood pressure. It takes a number of different things into account to determine whether or not she's being deceitful, whether or not she's telling the truth. So when we started the test, we asked her some simple questions. We call them control questions. And what control questions do, they're easy questions to ask. So I asked her, are we inside? Is your name Brianna? Are you a female? Do you have a boyfriend? Is your boyfriend's name Ryan? Okay. So those are what we call a control question. Those are obvious answers to those questions so we can determine her baseline to see whether or not she's telling the truth. Okay. So then we started to ask her more difficult questions to determine whether or not she was lying. And this is how it went. I asked her if she's ever done illegal drugs. She said no. And the test determined that she was telling the truth. I asked her if she'd ever stolen anything. She answered no. The test determined that was a lie. Okay. I asked her, do you think your boyfriend is worthy of your love? She answered yes. The test determined that was a lie. I asked her if she'd ever watched. She answered no. The test determined that was a lie. I asked her if she'd ever had an unprotected. She said no. The test determined that she was telling the truth. I asked her if she'd ever contracted an STD. She said no. The test determined she was telling the truth. I asked her, do you value your boyfriend? She answered yes. The test determined that was a lie.
What do you mean? Like, what does that mean?
There's more. That can mean a number of different things. Take it as you will. I asked her, do you have multiple boyfriends? She answered no. The test determined that was a lie.
Are you
Ryan,
serious?
relax.
It's not
Relax.
even true. He
Relax.
said it's not 100%.
Relax.
Oh my God!
We have
to do this.
What do you mean you're not going to believe?
Stupid.
You're not gonna
Wasting all
believe
this
me.
Ryan,
time on
we have
you.
5 more questions to go over. Sit down. Let's go over the remainder of our questions before we jump to any conclusions, okay? Like
You
I
want to
said,
hit a rest, right?
Each question, individual of itself, is not conclusive. That's why we ask her multiple questions regarding infidelity to determine an overall baseline, okay?
All right, man. Let's go.
I asked her if she'd ever stolen from your boyfriend. She said no. The test determined she was telling the truth. I asked her if she's ever lied to her boyfriend. She said no. The test determined that was a lie.
Obviously.
I asked her, have you had sex with somebody other than your boyfriend in the last 7 days? She said no. The test determined that was a lie.
Oh my. The last week.
I asked,
We hooked up
I asked-
It
yesterday.
wasn't even true. I'm telling you, you're not
Oh
going to believe me.
my God.
You're my boyfriend, and I love you.
I asked her, have
Oh
you had
my
unprotected
God.
sex with somebody else other than your boyfriend in the last 7 days? She answered no. The test determined that was a lie. The last question that I asked her, I said, have you engaged in oral sex, either giving or receiving with somebody else other than your boyfriend in the last 7 days? She answered no. The test determined that was a lie.
You kissed me after you put your mouth on this dude's. Who the f is this guy?
No.